This is R.A.N.T for Life. Real Anointed Needed Talk. R.A.N.T for Life. An unapologetic viewpoint of questions or subjects submitted. You ask, we talk. Sometimes we just talk. Whatever it is we talking about. This is R.A.N.T for Life, Real Anointed Needed Talk. Unapologetic in format. And I'm your host, Rene'e. I'm a preacher, teacher, author, poet, playwright, and inspirational coach. And my co-host on today is familiar to you all. And again, we want to welcome on here Reverend Sheree Williams. Hello. Is that all you got to do is say hello?
Well, I'm Reverend Sheree Williams. I'm a minister at St. Peter's United Church of Christ, where I am over the evangelistic team, Sunday school teacher, preacher, teacher, liturgical dancer, whatever you call it or name it, I do it.
You are actually really a worker in the vineyard, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, I'm glad you came with me today, here with me today to do this podcast. And our subject on our podcast today is, what are they talking about, Wilma? I know your name's not Wilma. But what are they talking about now? You know, during this time right now, you know, where do we go from here? You know, some of the places are starting to open up, you know, and people are starting to get out. Did the virus go away?
No, ma'am, it did not.
Oh.
But the way you see people out nowadays, you would think it has.
Well, you know, I think by nature, people are have Russian roulette kind of mentality.
Yeah.
You know, and with that Russian roulette kind of mentality is, well, if it hasn't happened to me now, it probably won't happen to me. So I'll take my chances because I really want to just get out there. And I understand that because it can be lonely. Some people have been fighting loneliness and things like that. You know, some people are tired of homeschooling their kids.
Yes, Lord.
You know, wait a minute. You said yes, Lord, like you have experienced that.
2 grandchildren, one in high school, one in elementary school, and I am ready to be done.
But you know, homeschooling has, and even online schooling has obviously seen a really uprising in the traffic flow of in the teaching spectrum nowadays. You know, so and you know they've been the online school and homeschooling is being more embraced now. Once upon a time, it was like it was something to be ashamed of, or it wasn't given the recognition as being valid.
Well, I think that was because it wasn't coming from the teachers. Right now, it's for the kids. It's called NTI, and the teachers put it online, and the kids work it and send it back to the teachers. So it's not, so to speak, traditional homeschooling, because we're just making sure the kids do what they're supposed to do and take the backlash off the kids that the teachers usually get.
Okay.
So it's I think that's what the difference is.
What are the challenges that you find out that you've had in homeschooling your grandkids?
In which, the high school or the middle school?
Well, let's start with
elementary.
Let's start with elementary school first.
Grandma, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. Okay, you do this. I know that.
In other words, they're asking for help and then decide right in midstream that they don't want help.
Right. So you leave them be. Well, I don't know how to do it. Well, when I tried to help you, okay. Some days she has good days. She'll get in front of the computer. She'll do her little work. She'll ask her questions. And we have a wonderful day. And then we have those days that I have to pray real hard And I know what her teachers be going through, which I knew because of her demeanor what they go through anyway. But Lord,
nothing like being there,
mercy.
huh? Experiencing it firsthand.
Doing your mentoring your own kids, I think is half of the battle.
Okay.
That's half the battle right there.
Because they don't want to do what you say because they know that you're not the actual teacher.
Right. And then the high schools, that she's a sophomore this year, you can't tell her, okay, this teacher sent me this. You don't have this or this or this or this turned in. I did do that. Well, I don't know what she's talking about. So that makes you say, okay, I just won't tell you what they tell me you haven't done or they haven't gotten.
In other words, you let them be independent and kind of deal with the consequences if they don't have it.
If you don't have it, you don't get it. If you repeat, I repeat with you.
All right, so actually, homeschooling someone in high school is still can be kind of hands off because of the same attitude as it was when they were in school.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's still NTI. They go on the computer. They got Google Classroom. All their work is there that the teacher did.
Mm-hmm.
And all they do is do it and submit it, turn it in, which seems easy to me. I'm on the outside looking in.
Okay.
But it seems easy than going to class because I can get up at 7 o'clock, do everything that's due for that day. You got 2 classes due a day. And your next one for that class may not be due till next week. So you got the Chrome's book. You bored on Saturday and Sunday. Shoot, I can knock a class out.
That sounds like a mature rationale.
Yeah, that bingo.
That's a mature rationale. But in high school, a high schooler has not reached that maturity level, and they're automatically obstinate.
Right.
They're automatically
if they don't have that mature thing to where they could just go in early in the morning, do it. I got that knocked out. Oh, she said she didn't get it. Well, I did it right here. There you go. Now she got it again.
Yeah.
It's not that hard if you did it to resubmit it.
Resubmit it.
Because it's already done. It's just a matter of her getting it.
Right. So
but they don't see it that they don't see it that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that with high schoolers it's still hands off. You have to just let them do their thing when it comes, but with the elementary school it seems like you have to be hands-on. However, they don't want you to be hands-on because they don't feel like that you're the teacher,
right.
So that you really, in their mind, don't know what you're talking about.
I know how to do this. Well, do it then. I am.
So
but you on this same problem you was on 5 minutes ago.
Do you think it's because since they're not in the class with the other kids that they're really distracted based upon the environment? Do you think?
Well, with the elementary, I tried to not put her in the school setting 9 o'clock to 3:45.
Okay.
I let her sleep in the morning because mornings is not her biggest thing, waking her up out of her sleep. So I let her do her in the morning. I start her about 12. We could be through in 3 hours if she would just
accept that you know what you're talking about.
Right, but we do more. I know.
Arguing.
Yeah.
Arguing.
And then until I just say, okay, do whatever.
Oh, okay then. Well, do you think that, have she shown any kind of loneliness or since she isn't with her other schoolmates and things of that nature, do you see that more in the younger one than you do with the older one?
No, not really. She hasn't even asked about her classmates.
So you haven't had any problems with her feeling socially isolated or anything like that?
Not at all.
Okay, and she's been emotionally
herself.
Being herself. I don't know if that's considered being fortunate or not.
You would have to know her to make a decision on that.
Well, how do you come and feel a peace of mind that you're doing what you need to do to try to secure their future, being in this setting that you've been put into, as far as you have to work, and they still have this school, you still have to oversee their schoolwork. What do you do to make yourself feel calm? What do you do? Or tell yourself, or how you respond to make yourself feel calm, that you're doing, the best that you can do and giving it your best, even though they're not really cooperating?
Well, the high school, I told them, I said, it's on you. I can't do anything for you. Only thing I'm going to tell you is what they tell me. You receive it, do whatever you want to do with it. That's you.
Okay.
You have to be able to be in 11th grade next year. You have to be able to do what you need to do to get what you want.
Okay, you make her responsible. Okay, so you take the responsibility off of yourself and put it back on her. But what about this? What grade is she in?
Which one? The
little one. Yeah.
First grade.
She's in first grade, so she don't really. I don't think at this age understand that life starts.
I just have to move away for a while, go do something, and let her sit there, and she'll get it, cause she knows it. The thing is, she do know it.
She know the word.
Right. It's just if she feels like doing it.
Okay.
And where's she at? If she feels like doing it, she'll do it. If she feels like, I don't know how to do this, when she do, then, but if I just go on and leave her alone, she'll go through it and then come tell me I'm through.
Oh, okay. So in other words, she just like feeling like she's in charge.
Yeah. So I let her be in charge.
I don't know. A lot of parents might be, or grandparents might be experiencing this same thing. But let me ask you this: do they watch the news?
No, not at my expense. No.
Okay, so at your house they're not
watching
the news.
So when the little one goes home, I doubt she watches the news.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that they're aware of the reasoning behind now being homeschooled?
Well, I've talked to the older one because I had to make her realize that she's not invincible, as these teenagers seem to think that they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I make her wear her mask wherever she goes. You know, it's hard to tie a teenager down and tell them, no, you can't go here. Now, then you will have serious problems if they don't have outlets to at least go. So she goes minimal places.
Yeah.
It's not like she's city at large, as she would usually be able to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
She go to 3 people, you know, she makes sure she wears her mask.
Okay.
And, you know, but you can't really isolate them unless everybody's being isolated.
Right, right. So you haven't had to deal with depression as far as neither one of them are concerned.
Mm-mm.
So that's good. That's really good. And they don't really watch the news, so they only get what you tell them.
What I tell them or what they're hearing.
Okay.
So I just make sure that I express what I need them to know.
Oh, okay.
I can't stop them from hearing outside.
Right.
But at least they know.
They trust you. Yeah, they trust you to give them the information that they need to. Well, that's good. That's really good that they trust, because, you know, a lot of teenagers and even younger kids, you know, don't have that trust system going to where they believe in everything out in the world and not believe in what the parents say. But that's good that they trust you to give them that information. That's really good. So, what about this summer, though? What do you think that y'all going to be doing this summer?
Well, for the older one, I really don't know. She said she was going to stay with her great-grandmother. I'll see how that pans out.
Me too.
I'm hoping they have a wonderful summer. But the little one, I talk to her, and usually she goes to CEP, which is...
That's after school, isn't it?
That's
right.
Mm-hmm. And usually she goes to their summer program. She's scheduled to go 3 days a week. But because of this, I talked to her and I told her instead
of the pandemic.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of her going there, we will have our own little, we're going to do every day, we're going to do a little reading, a little math to keep her up on her skills.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do arts and crafts. We're going to go outside and write on the sidewalk with the chalk. We're going to have field trips. She's like, Grandma, what kind of field trips we going to go on? And I told her, I said, well, for instance, one day you'll write your grocery list. You get to write 5 things on your grocery list that you want to buy. You will buy, we'll discuss what you're going to buy and how we're going to go to the store. You're going to get your little basket.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go through the store. You're going to pick up your stuff, put it in your basket. You're going to go to the counter. You're going to put your stuff out on the counter. Hey, I'm going to give you my little card so you can put it in there. Lady bag your stuff. You're going to put your groceries in your cart.
Mm-hmm.
Collect your... Because we already teach her to, when you buy something, make sure you get your receipts.
Okay, but see, you're in other words, you're going to still be teaching her, but in a playful way during the summer.
Yeah.
Okay, so
to
she
make
doesn't
it
lose
fun.
out.
We
Well,
may
that's
go
good.
outside in the back and for water day,
Just
plug
get
up
wet.
the holes and let her get
Well, it
wet.
seems like it's going to be hot this summer, so that's probably going to be a very good activity, you know. But I really think that distant learning and online courses is going to become more valid, you know, than it was at one time. And I'm really glad about that, because distance learning used to be a put down. You know, people look down on you if you didn't go to the brick and mortar,
right?
You know, type schools. But I am glad that's something good that came out of this pandemic.
To the class, so your diploma ain't as important as mine is, because I sat in the classroom and you got yours online.
Right, but now, hey, the tables have turned.
Right.
And
they want you to get them online.
So do you think, as we come to a real close right now, but do you think that life will go back to being the way it was?
There will never be another normal.
The normal that we thought was normal.
We thought was normal will not be normal.
Right. Because things
because
that weren't.
You can't, right, you can't say that, okay, COVID-19 is gone. How you know?
Yeah.
You didn't know when it got here, for real.
For real. Yeah, for real. We
because
know
y'all didn't start,
for real.
Right, y'all didn't start saying, oh, COVID-19 until March.
And it has been here
since October.
Right.
So, you know.
So there's the new, so we're going to really actually go, I guess we're really still playing it by ear. Right now. And, but the main thing is to just use wisdom.
Right.
Stay safe.
Right.
You know, and don't get into arguments, because people are going to do what people are going to do.
Right.
You know, and there's no sense in you getting in argument and, you know, putting yourself in a life-threatening situation with other people that does not believe the same way that you believe.
Right.
However. So I am really thankful today that you came, Reverend Sheree, to talk with us about the homeschooling and whatever it is they talking about, even though your name is not Wilma.
Right. Right.
But we've had really a good talk, and I really enjoyed talking with you today.
Well, thank you for having me.
I want to ask you one question. How do you calm your mind? Can you give it to me in about three minutes? How do you calm your mind, being a grandparent that's working, also doing homeschooling your grandkids? And did you say you were married?
Yes.
Okay, and so you also have a husband, you know, and how do you calm your mind?
A lot of praying, and that's really basically it, because I don't have time for anything else.
Mm-hmm. So you saying if it wasn't for the foundation of your faith?
Yep. If it wasn't for that, then I'd probably be pulling my hair out, going crazy. And then, you know, I look at it like this. I fix what I can fix. I move what I can move. And I leave alone what I can't do nothing about.
The words, I know that's right. That sounds like that. What's that promise confession that they used to do? You worry about the things that you can worry about, you know, and you don't worry about the things that you don't have any control over.
Right.
That is so good. That is so good. Well, I want to thank you again. You know, this has been Rant for Life, real anointed and needed talk. I am Reverend Rene'e Ellis. And our co-host for today was Reverend Sheree Williams. Rant for Life, real anointed, needed talk. If you like our show and want to know more, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, REVELLIS 50. And we are on the different podcast platforms, Spreaker, SoundCloud, iHeart. You name it, you can find us. Real Anointed Needed Talk. Our sponsor for the day is Go Lightly. GoGoalie.com /RENE'ELLELLIS. Apple cider vinegar gummies. GoGoalie.com /Rene'eLellis. That is our sponsor for today, apple cider vinegar. Go check us out on our website. Real Anointed Needed Talk. Talk to you later. Bye.